because I found it interesting that you want to take video of people ordinary life and get to know them, and I just felt like I wanted to share it as well. Yeah, also as a push for myself. Yeah. My name is Zycliffe and I'm from Singapore. So I'm going to share my story about why I came to Panama. So a lot of people get confused about why I will come to Panama, or in fact most of my friends have never even heard of Panama before. And honestly sometimes I ask myself the same thing. But maybe to understand, let's go back to the past a bit. So how it started was that I was always interested in traveling the world and wanting to move overseas because Singapore is such a small country. Like you could go from one end to another in less than 2 hours. So throughout my working life, I was thinking about like any opportunities to go overseas or thinking about like any residency visas. And by chance, I found out Panama had this friendly nation visa. Basically, you just have to invest $5,000 and you can pretty much move here, which is gone now, by the way. So, and when I found out about that, I got really excited. I was thinking, oh, maybe I can move here in 6 months' time. I'll save up more money and be more prepared. But then 1 week later, I found out that they were canceling it in a month time. So I had to decide either I'd go for it now or I don't go for it at all. And so I did my research, research about Panama, make sure I'm not gonna get killed over there or anything. Make sure I know I like the culture, business-wise is good. And pretty much it took everything. Everything was okay. And just that I have to learn Spanish, which is okay. So I actually moved here with my girlfriend. So I had to tell her, hey, do you want to come to Panama with me? I was really nervous about that, and she said yes. So that's great. Because it was honestly hard for both of us. Because it was such a sudden move. We had to say goodbye to our friends, and it's across the world, and to our family. But we don't regret. And throughout our 3 months over here, we've been to Panama City, Coronado, and Boquete, just to see where we like most. And for now, we're in Panama City because we need to get our license, our immigration, and a few things. But honestly, I think I want to stay here. But I'm not sure about my girlfriend. Yeah. So for us to come here, it was really difficult. Like I said, we actually did not have enough money. So we worked really hard to make it happen. Like we worked probably 12 hours per day during deliveries, like food delivery, for it to happen. And it was really difficult because we had to do that to earn money. At the same time, we needed the time to emotionally prepare ourselves because we were going to leave our families and our friends behind. And we needed to do the visa, the legal process, which was a lot of time as well. So it was a really stressful process. And I remember there were many times when we wanted to give up, especially my girlfriend. Like, no, I think it's impossible. I don't think we can make it, because we were really crunching for time. Like an extra day or two really mattered for us. Because for the legal process, she had to get her passport, and we had to get it like apostille, which is like, I don't know what it actually means, but we had to go to the Panama embassy to get it apostille and document it. And so it was really stressful, but I remember the people at the embassy was really helpful, and all the people were really helpful to us. Like when we first came here, we actually got a free house to stay in. So when we went to the Panama embassy in Singapore, we just did our thing, and my girlfriend was like, hey, why not we talk to the ambassador? I was like, I was shy, so I was like, nah. Until we were at the lift, I say, okay, why not? That's it. Okay, great. So we went in and we talked to him. He's a really old guy. We talked to him, and he shared about Panama, the food, the culture. And then, to my surprise, he said, you know, I can let you stay in my house in Panama for a week. So it's fine, no one's using it anyway. I was like, oh, wow, because we were really crunching for money, and that meant a lot to us. Like it was a really great help, and I'm just surprised by the friendliness and trust he had for a total stranger, you know. And then he treated us to Panamanian food in Singapore. That was I like planes, but I think I don't like sitting for 13 hours. And it was really interesting. There was baby crying the whole time for all of our flights. Like he just kept crying and crying. I was surprised by how much a baby can cry. And so the plane trip, it was to first to Qatar, then to US, and then to Panama. And I didn't like Qatar so much because going through immigration, people they check me extra thoroughly compared to others, probably because of my long hair and the way I look. So that was probably also when I realized that people aren't as open everywhere. You know, the culture in each country is different, the law is different in each country, and that's something I have to take note of. It's just my style. I'm into dark things, so like rock music, metal is experimental things, so it just naturally happened. How I got into makeup? It started out during my teen years, like probably 13, 12-year old. Like, it was that rebellious phase, and I started getting into rock music, like bands like Black Velvet, Marilyn Manson, all of that, those 90s music. And I saw they were wearing makeup. I thought, wow, I've never seen a guy wear makeup before, and it looks cool. Like, it's not like they look like a drag queen, which is not what I was going for, but I just thought they looked cool. And also I started trying it out as well, and it just slowly went from there. And of course, it was a lot of people don't get it. Like, a lot of people think I'm gay at first, which I don't think it's a problem if someone's gay, but that time I'm straight, and they'll be very confused. But that's fine. No, I'm just doing it for myself. I just like how I look. I'm not doing it to impress others. And I have a deep love for music. Like, I make music, and someone that's really adventurous, that loves to travel, loves like riding motorcycles. Although I don't know how to drive it, I love to drive and race. So kind of an adrenaline junkie as well. And on the other side, there is that part of me that is really introverted, because I'm actually an introvert. And a lot of people are surprised by that at first, but that likes to learn about psychology, learn about philosophy, understand the world, try to understand others and myself. So I think who am I is still a open mystery to myself, but I know that I'm a very curious and adventurous and explorative person. For me, the most important thing in my life is to live an authentic life, because I've gone through really bad times that I don't feel comfortable sharing, but it's you only have one life to live, and you should live a life that's truly authentic to you. If you want to start a business, go for it. If you want to travel the world, go for it. Don't blame others on why you're not doing it, or it's because of your background or whatnot. I'm not here to say that it doesn't make things harder. Like, if you're from a poor background, it's definitely harder to start a business. There's that mental block, but if you really want it, go for it and learn along the way. And I feel sad that a lot of people don't actually pursue the life they want. Like in Singapore, a lot of people would complain about how they don't like Singapore because it's so expensive. They'll say their job is meaningless and they'll just live their whole life like that. And that really breaks my heart. And I think that was one big reason I knew I had to pursue what I wanted, because I wanted to be happy. I knew that if I live that way, just going to working a job I dislike and just complain my whole life, what's the point of life that way? I want to live an interesting life. I want to live a happy life. And I'm sure everyone wants to. So be willing to take the risks and be willing to not know everything and just go for it. If I could get a time machine to see or to choose how I'd be when I'm 60, is someone that live a life that's true to myself and that's happy. I think interests might change, the country I'm staying in might change, but what remains the same is who I am, that I live a life that's true to myself. And of course, I want to grow my business. Definitely, I want to be able to grow financial freedom for myself, which is something that's really important for me and that I cherish, because I understand what it's like to not have money. So I appreciate money a lot. Because my family got really impacted during the financial crisis. Yeah, and like it was that period of time where my parents start saying, oh, we can't afford this, or you know don't spend so much. And there was also the period of time where I noticed my parents fighting more, and so it kind of cleared my head, realizing the impact, like how much financial hardship can cause on yourself and your family. And it prevents you from doing the things you want to as well.